My name is Jess and welcome to the Storyteller Fox. Come along and listen to read aloud books, be it for bedtime, story time, or simply to read along.
Today I have a very special book by our favorite illustrator and author, Julia Donaldson and Axel Scheffler. This book is such a great book called The Smeds and the Smooths. So what do you think this book would be about? At the front cover, I can see two aliens. Would I call them aliens? Well, I could see two creatures. There is one that is in color red and another in color blue. So I guess that must be the Smeds and the blue must be the Smooths. And they look like they're in outer space or in another planet. But the interesting part is they're both smiling and they are holding hands. So does anyone have an idea what the Smed and the Smooths would be about? Well, I can't wait to get started. We'll go straight into the story and we'll see what the Smeds and the Smooths is all about. The Smeds and the Smooths, written by Julia Donaldson, illustrated by Axel Scheffler. By a lullaby lake on a far-off planet, there lived a young Smed, and her name was Janet. That's her. Not far away, on a humbler hill, there lived a young Smooth by the name of Bill. That's it. Janet, like all the Smeds, was red, and this is what her grandfather said. Never, never play with the Smooths. They sleep in holes. They wear strange shoes. They jump about like kangaroos. Never, never play with the Smooths. Bill, like the other Smooths, was blue. And these were the words of Grandmother Smooth. Never play with the Smeds. They have strange hair upon their heads. They sleep in funny things called beds. Never play with the Smeds. Uh-oh. The Smeds on the lake liked nothing better than splashing about, getting wetter and wetter. But Janet grew bored with this watery play, and early one morning she tiptoed away. The Smooths jumped about on their lumpy hill. They bounced up and down it and never stood still. But Bill was beginning to think, this is boring. So early one morning he set off exploring. Janet met Bill in the whirlpool wood, where the truckles grew tall and the glumpoons smelled good. The two rubbed antennae and played all day long. She told him a story. He sang her a song. Then they climbed on the top of a gerberry coot and nibbled its juicy and jellyful fruit. Till who should disturb them but Grandfather Smed, shaking his fist as he angrily said, "Never, never play with a smoo. There's such a nasty shade of blue. For the 100th time I say to you, never, never play with a smoo." Grandmother Smoo was close behind, and this is how she spoke her mind. "Never, never play with a Smed. There's such a dreadful shade of red. I'll say again what I've always said. Never, never play with a Smed." Years went by. On the far-off planet, Janet missed Bill, and Bill missed Janet. But off they crept whenever they could to sing and play in the Wurmpler wood. The two of them grew and decided to wed. But what do you think their grandparents said? "Never, never marry a smoo. They're a beastly bunch. They're a crazy crew. They drink black tea. They eat green stew. Never, never marry a smoo." "Never, never marry a Smed, my dearest child. Are you off your head? They drink pink milk. They eat brown bread. Never, never marry a Smed." Janet and Bill stole out the night while their family slept, and the moon shone bright. They clambered into the Smed's red rocket. Grandfather Smed had forgotten to lock it. Bill pressed the button, and Janet steered. When their families woke, they had both disappeared. The Smed said, "Your Bill must have stolen our Janet and taken her off to a distant planet." The Smoo said, "It's Janet who's stolen our Bill and lured him away from the Humplety Hill." The Smoos climbed into their rocket of blue, and they said to the Smeds, "You had better come too." Suspicious and scowling, they soared into space. Till they reached planet Voom, a dry, dusty place. The Vooms had long arms which they waved in the air, but they didn't have news of the runaway pair. The next stop was Lurgostrop, covered in roses and watered by beasts with small eyes and long noses. They touched down on Grimbletosh, coated in grime. They searched planet Glurch and found nothing but slime. One morning, the Smoos found out that they'd run out of tea. So the Smeds shared their milk, which was pink as could be. Then Grandfather Smed said, My hair needs a trim, and Grandmother Smooth kindly cut it for him. They landed on Skloop, where the Skloopies were kilts. They then flew to Klaboon, where the Clabs walked on stilts. They searched all year long, but they searched longer still. But they didn't find Janet. They didn't find Bill. "Alas," said the Smooths, and the Smith said, "Alack, we have failed in our quest. We had better come back." So they turned and flew home to their very own planet, and far down below them they saw Bill and Janet. The rocket touched down, and they ran to the wood, where the truckles grew tall and the glompoons smelled good. And there in a glade by the rocket of red, where were the runaway Smooth and the runaway Smed. They'd got lost and flown home again, only to find that all of the others had left them behind. There was joy, jam, and jumping. Then Janet said, "Maybe you'd like to make friends with our dear little baby. A baby. A red one? A blue one? But no. That baby was purple from head to toe." They all hugged the Smooth Smed, their new baby brother, and Grandpa and Gran even hugged one another. They laughed and they splashed and they danced with delight, and they played with that baby from morning till night. They made him a rattle, they made him a flute. They fed him the fruit of the gerberry coot. Then they sang by the light of the silvery spoon, and you can sing too if you make up a tune. Play with the Smeds and play with the Smooths, play with whichever friends you choose. Then close your eyes and while you snooze, dream of the Smeds and dream of the Smooths. How did you like the story? So that's such a lovely book. And what do you think the story was about?
Hello and welcome to the Storyteller Fox. Let's listen to a story called Dream Big by Bodhi Hunter and Louise Elise. Dream Big, written by Bodhi Hunter and illustrated by Louise Elise. You can do anything. Put your mind to it. Dream big, believe that you can do it. You could be a pilot of a plane or learn to drive a high-speed train. You could be a doctor or a teacher or find an undiscovered creature. You could be a clever scientist or a famous concert pianist. You could explore the deep ocean or excavate a castle keep. You could be an engineer or join the police as your career. You could work on a construction site or be a hero and firefight. You could act in movies and on TV, or dance on stage for all to see. You could play music in a band or drive freight across the land. You could study law and do good deeds, or write great books for kids to read. You could fly up into outer space or make the world a better place. You can do anything. Put your mind to it. Dream big. Believe that you can do it. I hope you've enjoyed the short book. For more exciting stories, please remember to like and subscribe at the Storyteller Fox. Bye for now.